Morning, all. All right, so two games in the National Hockey League tonight. Of course, both game sevens, rounding out the game sevens of this round. And we had an embarrassment of riches of thrilling games, and whether team you cheer for won or lost, game seven's an experience, right? So it is an experience that I look forward to enjoying again, even though I don't know that Dallas can beat Calgary in Calgary tonight. I'm proud of Dallas for how far they've come, and I'm good with it. It's like Boston. Boston forced a game seven, and then they lost. That's fine. So Pittsburgh's in against New York Rangers. That starts at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. With how hotly contested this series has been, I don't think people are going to be fine on either side with losing. I think the Rangers and Pittsburgh fans are pretty convinced that life will be better when the other team is eliminated. So this should be an interesting one. This series, 2 out of 3 games have been won in New York by the Rangers. 2 out of 3 games in Pittsburgh were won by the Penguins. So this is what home ice is about, right? And in last night's case, we saw yesterday's case, because the Carolina game was earlier. But 2 out of 3 teams that won the game seven were home teams. That's what it's designed for. So the New York Rangers do have the advantage, but Pittsburgh, 10-7 in game seven. So we'll see how it goes. I'll get to that in a second. So game one in New York, Pittsburgh won in triple overtime 4-3. Game two, the Rangers won 5-2. Game five in New York, the Rangers also won 5-2. On the Pittsburgh side, the Penguins won 7-4 in game three. They won 7-2 in game four. And then the Rangers won game six, 5-3 to keep themselves alive and force this exact game here. And means they've won back-to-back games. They're trying to win 3 in a row and complete a 3-1 series comeback. Can they do it? We're about to find out. So for the Pittsburgh Penguins, 10-7, as I said, in game sevens. Their last game seven was May 10th, 2017. That was a 2-0 win against the Washington Capitals. The New York Rangers, 9-6 when it comes to game sevens. Their last game seven, by my count, and I went through the NHL site for all the game sevens to pull this. May 29th, 2015, it was a 2-0 loss against Tampa Bay Lightning. Was their last game seven that I found. So we'll see how things go tonight. Let me know who you think wins that one. And then at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, the Dallas Stars and the Calgary Flames. And again, I don't know that Dallas can pull it off. They've won 1 out of 3 in Calgary. They won 2 out of 3 at home. But again, I'll be proud of them if they lose the game. Not a big deal. But both teams have a below 500 record when it comes to game sevens. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Calgary won game one at home, 1-0. Then Dallas won game two, 2-0. Game five was a 3-1 win for Calgary. So again, the Flames do have the advantage at home. They've only allowed 3 goals in the 3 games they've been at home. On the Dallas side, they won 4-2 at home in game three. They lost game four, 4-1 against Calgary. And then game six, Dallas won at home 4-2 to force this game seven. The Dallas Stars, and this includes Minnesota North Stars as well, 6-8 when it comes to game sevens. September 4th of 2020 was their last. That was a 5-4 overtime win against Colorado. That was close. The Avs very nearly knocked them out, and we'd be having a totally different conversation about both Dallas and Colorado if that series had gone differently. That shows how important game sevens can be. Calgary, 5-7 in game sevens, April 22nd, 2008. Again, by my count, their last game seven was a 5-3 loss against the San Jose Sharks. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's nobody on this team now that was on it 14 years ago as a player. I'm adding as a player because I'm sure there's probably coaches, a trainer, this and that, still around the team from 14 years ago. But odds are most of, if not all, the players have moved on or retired. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes tonight because there is some pressure on Calgary. They just watched Edmonton win a statement game against the Kings last night. So a big game for the Flames. Let me know who you think wins it in the comment section below as always. And again, this should be tremendous fun. Yesterday was great, and so today's great too, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.